There's no competition, no contradiction, no control. You can take possession and claim your passion, working on a bill that cannot be bought or sold. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. Step into the feeling of sweet surrender. Let yourself remember who you are. You can take your sweet time and ease your troubled mind. The secret sanctuary of the heart. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you made it home. Yeah, living in the house of the soul's belonging. We're coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. There is room for all the kindness you can hold, and you know that you can take it with you everywhere you go. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt.
Start singing. Pick up the song. We'll let her sing.
Good morning. Good morning. And welcome everyone. And I'm so glad that you are here. A lot of you I saw Easter, some of you I did not. Some of you, I'm looking, I see Ruby over there. The last time I saw her was the last time we met for meditation on a Thursday night, months and months ago. So some of you, you weren't able to be here Easter, and I'm so glad to see you. Just welcome to you all. Again, we're still asking that you social distance, and it doesn't mean you have to distance from the front here. You can, there'll be a lot of shade right here, so hopefully, just a minute. We're thrilled for the wind, and it's blowing.
Yeah.
But we're happy about the wind, so. At any rate, we just ask particularly that you be very careful, particularly if you have not been vaccinated, that you be very respectful of other people. So in terms of your seating, but if you know one another and you've been together and you feel safe and you've been vaccinated, you want to sit together, you're fine. We're not gonna make you move. So. Hi there, good to see you too. Hello. Wow. I'm I'm so happy to see you all. And I hope you're looking around to, see the familiar faces and how our hair has gotten whiter, some of us in a year, and it longer, and our hair is really different in a lot of cases, different colors. That's all kinds of things that happen. A year's a long time, isn't it? I took some vacation time during April, and I drove out to see my mother, who lives in a nursing home near Norman, Oklahoma, because I wasn't willing to fly, and I haven't seen her for 16 months. And I have to tell you that when I first got on I-70 and was driving along and realized all the cars were passing me, and I looked at my speedometer and went, oh my, I need to go 70 miles an hour. And it was the first time in months that I had been on any road that required going faster than 45 or 55 miles an hour. And so I gradually got up to 70 miles an hour and I wasn't terrified, but it was like, it was morning traffic, and I was pretty uncomfortable for quite a while. Now, I'll tell you, by noon, my back hurt so bad, and I realized I had just gotten really tense about driving that fast on the interstate again, that I hurt myself. Just tensing up around that. But I must say, by the time the day was over, some of my old habits returned, and I was quite comfortably going more than 75 sometimes when the traffic allowed. There are a lot of things that we haven't done for the past several months that we used to just take for granted. And while there's still a lot of concern about the B117 variant, which is spreading very rapidly in Florida, especially among teenagers, if you're vaccinated, you know the immense relief of being much freer than we have been for so many, many months. And I want you to know that this vaccine is very different from the other vaccines that we've had, and it's not so new. It has been researched for well over 10 years. They just had not done person trials, and they did approve it with shorter times between personal trials, the human trials, than they normally have in the past. But when you hear about the variants 24/7, please know that they are a tiny, tiny thing. You took more risk by driving here today than the risk you will take by getting the vaccine. You will take more risk by driving here today. It's just that we're comfortable with this risk. We know it. We think we know how to do it, and we think we're safe. So I want to encourage you to think about it and get the vaccine if you haven't. And so we need to be aware that we're in a period of time of resetting, aren't we? And I'm sure some of you have already noticed that. And resetting takes resilience. With all that we have working for us in terms of the pandemic, resetting what we want to do in life with freedom and ease, even returning to road trips, it may not be as easy as we might expect, however much we want to do it. When we see people for the first time and we haven't hugged in so long, it's not quite so natural to hug sometimes, is it? Oh, here, I bet I need yours. Okay. Did anybody hear what I said earlier? But it's easier now. Okay. Why didn't somebody say something?
We thought that was the new norm.
Pardon?
We thought it was the new norm.
Oh. Okay, yes. We thought it was a new norm. That's a good one. So anyway, things aren't always as easy as we might expect them to be. The pandemic has actually been something of an apocalypse. An apocalyptic in the literature in the Bible has been seen as a Christian evacuation plan. In fact, it was only in the early 1830s that it began to be seen, and in fact only in America, that it meant that Jesus would return physically to earth, and individuals would be bodily rising from the grave. End-time battles between right and wrong, or as we see it now, right and left, or left and far right. In fact, Jesus' use of apocalyptic language in Matthew is his way of showing that everything passes away. This existence in this cosmos is a world passing away. Energy shifting from wave to particle and back to wave again. Energy changes and nothing remains the same. That's hard for us, those of us who find the familiar and the routine as the comfort that allows us to feel secure. Talking with my colleagues, we all agree that one of the most upsetting changes in a congregation is the order of service. The most upsetting change that can occur in a church is the order of service, one of them at least. And I must admit, as ministers, we find it at least as amusing as we do troubling. And it's troubling because it causes us problems in our relationships with some congregants. Things are very different already because we're outside here rather than inside. And without the aid of the technology that I and my colleagues have been so insistent on our developing and using over the last 3 decades. And our lives are good in many ways, aren't they? Because of the technology. To experience each other through Zoom and Skype and Facebook and those kinds of things, FaceTime. No, it's not as satisfying as meeting your friends and your loved ones in person. Yes, we badly miss the hugs and the personal energy of seeing each other face to face. And while I don't think that part will change for us, it is great, isn't it, to be able to see on the screens your loved ones who live far away that you can't see very often, and to just at least see them virtually? And it's great sometimes to have a meeting from the comfort of your home rather than having to get in your car and drive somewhere and then drive back and all of that sort of thing. But the pandemic is still presenting us with an apocalyptic time. Apocalypse, however, does not mean the end of the world. It does mean, it often mean, and may mean, the end of our world. The world we have constructed around us as we know it. And anytime that happens, we get to see how much we have replaced our spiritual reliance on the divinity within us with the little world that we have built outside of us and expect to show up for us. Have you noticed that? I have. Apocalypse can be an illness that alters our ability to function in familiar ways. It can be the sudden death of someone that you love and was too young to go. Apocalypse can be the realization of aging and the changes and the limitations we experience in our energy and physical abilities. But most of all, apocalypse removes the veil of our illusion that what is will remain the same and unchanging and safe. So a solid spiritual practice is the only thing I know of that can provide the peace, the flexibility, the ability to see the opportunity that removing the veil makes possible. A spiritual practice builds our resilience muscle. Now, I know, you've heard me say it many times, it's always best, I think, to sit at least 20 minutes a day because that's what works for me. But I know that for some, walking in nature provides that for many. I've known runners who will say that that is their meditation, and I know it's true because I've seen the effect of that in their living, in their life. I do believe that we must have something that moves us out of being captive to our busy brains and our own self-important plans and thoughts and worries and expectations that arise from speculation, which brains are very busy about. We speculate Whenever there is a gap in our information, it is a human thing, and we all do it to one degree or another. We make things up. And when we make things up, we begin to expect certain results. So remember, an expectation built on speculation is an opportunity to be disappointed. Only by being in peace in the moment will we easily, comfortably weather the challenges. I no longer care how people do it, but I do care that you have a practice. As a minister, I really care that you have one because I've witnessed it so many times in my own life and in others. It is what makes the difference in our peace of mind and in our ability to live a happy life. So if you don't have one, then at least think about sitting. Now, I know people say that it's hard. I've tried it. I can't do it. And when they say that to me, I always say, do you want to affirm that one more time? If you don't have a practice that will remove you from yourself in a way that results in peace and ease in your being, that blesses your relationships and your health and your finances, if you have that practice, you begin to notice the negative, destructive thoughts, words, and behaviors, and you can recognize the beliefs that cause them, and you can begin to change them. Frame affirmations that reflect the truth of your being. So do you hear me? If you don't have a daily practice, which at least some of the time removes you from yourself into the core of your being in a way that results in peace and ease right now in your relationships, health, and finances. If you don't have that, you're likely to suffer. Your practice will allow you to notice those old behaviors and those thoughts, and when you notice them, you are able then to make changes. As we replace them with affirmations that reflect the truth of our being, our life experience reflects the positive changes in us. Not in the people out there, not in the circumstances out there, but in us. In us. So set an intention. Decide on a practice of some sort. And stick with that intention for at least 60 days. Yep, 60 days, 2 whole months. Set an intention and stick with it as best you can for 60 days. I think you will be surprised. I think you'll be able to see. And if that doesn't work for you in that time, I bet you anything, Spirit will reveal to you what you can do that supports you in a daily practice so that you will have that kind of perspective and that peace. Apocalypse is scary. It requires flexibility and resilience. What are you doing? What have you done to build the muscle of resilience and flexibility in you, in your mindset, in your expectations? Because our worlds have been changed forever, and they are likely to continue to do so. Take a deep breath. Just pour your mask down for a minute and take a deep breath in. You can put it back up whenever you're ready. As you exhale, I want you to consciously relax your body. And as you're doing that, I invite you to please close your eyes. Breathe and relax again. And now with your inner vision, just imagine the beautiful biosphere, the part of the biosphere that is beautiful to you. Just bring that into your mind's eye. This biosphere, this cosmos, is the first incarnation. And we actually are one of the last. And here we are in nature. Feel the breeze on your face. Relax your body. Just pay attention to the complexity and the sacredness of our landscape and the animals with which we share this space. Now, if you will, reflect on how divine universal energy, God, is revealed to you through this first incarnation. This fragile little corner of the cosmos that is close to apocalypse, and we are needing to change as that is being unveiled. Maybe it would be good to start reconnecting with Earth again if you have not, with wild and alive Earth. Practice experiencing the sacredness of the first incarnation. I think if we have an inherent sense of that sacredness, it is easier to get a sense of it within our own selves. We are, you are, I am the incarnation of divinity. I am. I am. Whisper those words to yourself. I am. I am divine. I am an incarnation that we speak of as Christed. Jesus is my elder brother, a way shower, as is Buddha, the Dalai Lama, and others whose teachings and lives bless us. You have, I have, we each have talents and abilities, expressions of our own incarnate divine being to use, no matter my age or my limitations or infirmities, no matter the opinions of others, no matter the limiting beliefs that I have had about the things that have happened to me, no matter the unfairness or mistreatment, I'm willing to forgive anyone who has mistreated or abused me in any way, including myself in my own blame and abuse. I forgive my body. I forgive my mind, my past thoughts, my past behaviors. I forgive myself for buying into others' limitations and beliefs about me. I am whole. I live in an abundant universe. I am love. Those in my life are love. It may be hard for them to show it. It may be hard for me to show it. But as I recognize and embody I am love, I'm getting better at it. I am love. I am loved, loving, and lovable. I'm going to say that once more and ask you to just affirm that behind your mask with me. I am love. I am loved, loving, and lovable. I am love. I am loved, loving, and lovable. I am love. I am the power of love.
There's one power, invisible, and just see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and just speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit or Jesus or Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or Heaven's Door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, yeah. One power. One power is what we are. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anchor we abandon. For it's love that's most deep. It's one power. Oh, what we are is one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me.
Who was that?
Daniel Namad.
Oh, good. Because the one I have of him doesn't sound like that at all.
Well, there are many different versions, and that's just one that we found on the web, and I liked it for this particular time. I would like to provide an opportunity if anyone would like. And number one, I was going to see if anybody wanted to stand up. Now's a good time to just kind of stand up and stretch if you want. And I would like to offer an opportunity for anybody who would like to reflect on the talk, perhaps, about apocalypse and the pandemic and what's going on and what's going on with you. Or some comment, question, I don't know, anything of that sort. So if anybody would like to do that, we've got a pretty long mic cord, and I think I guess I've just undone something. Hello, what have I done? There we go. Okay, so it's a little bit loose. So if anybody would like to share, it would be a good thing if we can use the microphone. It's this one right here is probably, let me see if I can get it out.
It's being naughty.
It is. Okay. Anybody want to share? You can raise your hand. Okay, you want to come up here, please? Those of you who didn't get the note, we did send out a notice, right? This is Lorraine Simpson, one of our chaplains. You've heard her read Daily Word many times, and she is the new member of our board. So we're, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very happy to be here. Okay, and I just am so happy and pleased to see all of my friends again, and I like the part of being resilient. We have been through an amazing time, but you know what? We're doing it, and we're happy, and we're finding peace in our own way. And I wish all the love and peace to each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah. You want to come on up, Ann? And if you don't know, Ann is the new president of this new board.
Welcome, everybody. It's nice to see all of you again. It's been so long. Saw some of you over Easter. And I just want to say, as far as the pandemic and COVID-19, it's affected our lives, my husband and myself, in a lot of ways. We haven't seen some of our family in over 2 years. We just made airline reservations to go and visit Jim's son. And we'll be seeing him over Memorial Day weekend in Omaha, Nebraska. And I haven't seen my mother or my sisters in Illinois in 2 years since my sister's wedding. So we'll be going there over July, so it'll be nice to get to see our families again. As far as Unity goes, like I said, welcome everybody back. And we're looking forward to a bright future. And things look very positive for us right now. And whatever happens, we know is in the best interest of us all, and that Spirit is with us. And I just see a very bright future ahead, whether it's here or somewhere else. Just looks like we'll be moving forward, and everything will work out to the highest good. I thank all of you for being here today.
Anyone else? Any thought, any reflection at all? Oh, okay. Hi, how are you, Michael? This is Michael Tiennis, in case you guys don't know.
One thing that happened because of the pandemic is that I come from a large family. There are 6 children. I mean, and I'm the oldest, and I got 4 sisters and 1 younger brother. And very early on in the pandemic, one of my sister's husband, who's very tech savvy, set up Zoom meetings for us every other Monday night at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And my brothers and sisters and I are spread out across the country. And by getting together for an hour every other week during this pandemic, we've gotten to know and love each other more than we have in the previous 5 years. So we're all, as difficult as the pandemic has been, this has been a real blessing in our family. So there are blessings everywhere, even in the midst of pandemics.
And that's a wonderful report, and I've heard other stories like that where families have arranged to get together, and it has changed their relationships in a very favorable and positive way. And that's, this is one of the opportunities of the pandemic is, I don't know about you, but sometimes I just my phone will ding about 8 times. I'm going, what is that? And it's somebody contacting me on Facebook, and and I wish they wouldn't, but that's not true. I'm glad they do. But at any given moment, it can seem a little burdensome. So there are some uses of technology that we have to moderate. We need to take control of our own life with them. But what a wonderful gift it is to us to use in so many wonderful ways. So, when they first started printing things, people would print these leaflets that were just incredibly wrong. It's a lot like we're going through with the internet and television, cable news and stuff, and the conspiracy theories that are out there. It's how to use it is all new, and we don't have the kinds of controls and rules in the places that we really ought to have them, so that people are in fact getting good information. And that's what happened with printing and those kinds of things. It totally changed finally after years, but for the first few years there was just lots of bad and erroneous and wrong stuff that got printed and done because of that. So we're learning about it, and it's a wonderful opportunity, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. And this is our board secretary, Karen Knopfsinger.
Well, I just, in terms of just reflecting on the message, about apocalypse, I think that this time that we've been going through, and it's like, well, if we didn't get it the first time around, in terms of raising the veil and putting a mirror to our face in terms of a country and a people as to, who we really are and what's really important. Then along comes the pandemic, and it's like, ding! If you didn't get it the first time, well, now we're going to make sure you get it. To really, have some time for self-reflection and, hopefully really find what is really important in our lives. And as you said, what is important in our lives? I mean, our family, our, the love that we have for one another. And that love, hopefully raising that vibration, will help us truly, come to a new world. Yeah, so thank you for that.
Anyone else? Hello, Joyce. How are you? It's good to see you. Yeah.
I just wanted to say how much the pandemic made me realize a couple things. One of them is I'm a hugger. And I don't like not being hugged and not hugging. And I can't wait till that comes back. And another one is I am more social than I ever thought, because I missed Unity, and I missed the dinner, the birthday dinners, and the everything. Just really missed you all. And that's about what I wanted to say.
And I'm sure that's shared by many people, by many folks. So here's the deal. If you're vaccinated and you're well past the time and it's good, if you want a hug, just hold up 2 V's. And everybody that's got 2 V's up, they can hug. So, you know, you can hug. You can be your own. And I would love to have some hugs. I live alone too, Joyce, and I have missed that really very much. And I was so glad on my trip to see my friends and family who were also vaccinated, and we were able to be together and not have masks and hug and cry and laugh and share with one another and see my little mom, bless her heart. So, well, next Sunday's Mother's Day, and I'll probably be talking about her a little bit. And on this last Sunday of March, the 31st of March, which is, the last Sunday is Memorial Day. I do have something very special planned for Memorial Day to help move us through whatever kind of grief we might have been in, whether it's been through the pandemic, because of the pandemic, what's happened during the pandemic, any of that sort of thing. But it's going to be, it's going to be a service that will comfort you and support you, and that you will like participating in. It'll be very participatory. So I hope to see you then, and we will, as far as we know, still be outside. As long as we have a nice breeze like this, we'll be okay. We are thinking about going inside in June because it is going to get hotter. And we think 9:30 is probably early enough. So we'll keep you posted on that. But as far as we know, we will be outside in May. And I'm just so glad to see you all here. I do have a couple of announcements. One of them is that we need a little bit of help with delivering Pack-A-Sack this week. Bob Schneeberger has a abdominal aneurysm and is having some surgery and cannot lift. And I need somebody that's got, like, you need a car that you can open the back. Do you call those hashbacks or what are you? Anyway, a car that you can open the back and slide, because we have 7 tote bins that probably weigh about 40 pounds a piece that have to be delivered. So if somebody's available Wednesday morning, we got to be through by 11:30. So we usually start around 9:30 or 10. That can help with that. Please let me know. 2 people would be just great. 1 person with the right kind of car would be fabulous. So I put them all in my Hyundai Elantra the other day, and it was quite a chore. So if you can help, let me know. Also, there was something else too. Oh yes, we are going to do our final Pack-A-Sack packing next Saturday, May the 8th. Karen Nofsinger has high school students who are working on getting community awards, community hours, service hours. And at least some of them will be coming, but we may need more people. So if you can come Saturday morning at 9 o'clock to help with Pack-A-Sack, packing the Pack-A-Sack, then let me know, let Karen know, let Rita Schneeberger know via email, so that we can make sure there's a certain number of people which are useful, and more than that are not. And so this week we'll know how many students we have and then how many more adults we may need. So if you'll let us know, I would really appreciate it. And if you can let me know, if you can either write it down on a piece of paper and hand it to me, what may be better is to send me an email, which is on the website, online. My email is there. It's marty.in@unityportritchie.org. Let's see, is there anything else? I don't know.
The 8th.
What?
Which Saturday was it?
This coming Saturday, the 8th. The 8th. Let's see. Okay. So next Sunday, same time, same place. You know the drill. Bat chair, mask, social distance. And double B means you can hug. I love you more than you can possibly know. One of the things that this pandemic has done for me is to help me truly, 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 in the depth of my being, really appreciate the people who show up
in whatever form they do. And I'm so very grateful for every one of you. Thank you so much. And I think we can probably share the prayer for protection together. If you don't know it, just kind of mouth along. I'm sorry we don't have it in print or anything, but I think most of us know it. So let us share that together, okay? The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds me. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. And we know that all is well. Amen.
Something wonderful is happening to me right here, right